While Barry checked out the prices for our accommodation, I went to see a man about a car. It's about 9:15. We've been waiting in the airport for a couple of hours because we've had trouble getting a car, but we've managed to get a car now, and it's Hertz. I don't know if you can see that, if you're interested in that anyway. But we've got a car, and it's worked out to be about 28 New Zealand dollars a day. But I think in total, what the taxes, insurance, whatnot, I think it'll be about 700 for the week. So we've got a car for the week, and it's red. I don't know anything other than that, than it's red. And it's in block 14, so that's my lucky number. So we're going to go and see the car now. What do you think about that?
Let's go.
Let's go and get the car.
Oh, yeah. The difference to the lovely Pontiac. Don't do for Bell Baz.
Small and compact, that's what we asked for. What do you think?
Lovely. It's got 5 gears anyway.
Are we back on the right side?
Yeah. Let's put stuff in the boot, yeah? We're driving out of Auckland Airport, heading for the city centre. Rob's sitting on my left. He's a bit close because the car's a bit smaller.
Morning.
It's manual gear. We're back on the left, just like home. But Rob's been so used to driving on the right on those Los Angeles freeways for 2,000 miles. He's a bit nervous at the moment.
Yeah,
as you can see.
I know it sounds stupid to you at home, but believe me, this is a lot more difficult than you think.
Give him a day and he'll be alright.
I'm back on the normal side here, and unfortunately I'm driving a Fiesta. Can't get away from these Fords. And like Barry said, we're driving into Auckland to our accommodation that we've pre-booked. We don't know what it's like. It's another youth hostel. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Hopefully they're going to be a little bit mellow, but we don't know. But it's all exciting. We haven't had a shower for 2 days, which in theory is only one because we've lost one. Where it's gone, we don't know. But it's another adventure.
This is a motorway. Hardly any cars in it. Nothing like Los Angeles.
After a short 35-minute drive from the airport, we arrived at our destination, Kiwi International Hotel. After a quick shower, we were ready to check out the new sights.
Right, we're here in Auckland. We've got our hostel. It's quite reasonable. It's private rooms. I'm not sharing a room with Robin. We've got our sandals on. Can you believe that? 2 days ago it was snowing everywhere. Look at this thing. I really sweat. Just had a shower and sweating. So we're going to have a walk down by the quayside. See what's like. Well, it's the 8th of February. Our big fish is out on the 12th of February in New Zealand, and we've seen it about 3 weeks ago in Chicago. As soon as I have no frogs in there, so with a bit of luck, we might see Lost in Translation. This was a big city. It was going to take some energy to cover it, so our first port of call was for some lunch. So we headed for the nearest mall.
Well, Barry, your first meal in New Zealand. What's it like?
Right now, we have ham macaroni and some wedges. It's very nice. We can't work out the money yet, so we don't know if it's reasonable, but I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. This is our first meal, macaroni, cheese, ham and wedges. Seems to be quite reasonable. We're not sure, like Barry says, about the prices, but I think it's not bad. I think if it comes to about $10, I think this should be about £3.50. But we're surely to go tell you in the future. Like Barry was saying, Jimmy, it's pretty quiet, but it's obviously a Sunday, so most people are probably still in bed. When we feel like we've been up for about 2 days. But we'll have something to eat and walk around and see what we can see.
We're on obviously the main street now, it's quite busy. It's very humid, it smells hot, it's sticky, you know. It's nice breeze, it's starting to rain a little bit. And we can see many homeless people. Ever since we've been to loads of homeless, we haven't seen none. It's quite unusual. It feels really safe and relaxed. We're going to walk down to the quay and see what's like out there.
Well, here we are at the Auckland Harbour, and in the background, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to have a go. Prinsendam, I think it's pronounced, but I'm not sure. It's a lot nicer to look at than it is to pronounce, so I'll leave you with a shot of that. As well as the strange sounding ship names, there were strange performing street acts too, like this chainsaw throwing juggler.
As we casually walked along the Viaduct Basin Pier, home to Auckland's fishing fleet since the 1930s, there was a sense of calm and relax that we hadn't felt on the trip until this point. And there's Auckland Harbour Bridge, right over there. Not the most spectacular bridge, but...
The Harbour Bridge is important to New Zealanders, for it connects downtown Auckland with its northern suburbs.
Well, here we are in Auckland, and there's a bunch of Irishmen over there singing on a Sunday. They're singing.
The New Zealanders are very proud of their contribution to historic events, and this beacon monument located at the harbour front represents the record of the lives lost in the Great World War of 1914.
Every fifth Aucklander owns a boat, so the waterfront is where it's all happening. So there's no surprise in seeing this, the KZ-1, the big boat, that sailed for New Zealand during the America's Cup Challenge in 1988. The boat now resides high in the air, proud to have competed internationally.
Having spent most of the day by the harbour, we then finished the afternoon off in a popular drinking hole called the Loaded Hog, where we relaxed and watched the downtown city life rush by.